What do you do for a living?
You know, I'm in the life insurance profession. I serve clients in a variety of ways, some of them in estate planning to move their wealth dynastically to family members and others they love and cherish. I work in the business continuation space, and I work to serve clients in the executive compensation area for large and small businesses, public and private.
How long have you been doing that?
This is my 55th year from birth, so 55 years of doing it, and I've loved every single minute of it for my life.
What about it do you love?
I think it's the privilege to serve people, to get to know them as real human beings, to know you matter in their life, and to know that they matter in my life. I think it's the joy I get, second generation, third generation now, of family members, dads, moms, grandparents, great-grandparents, watching the evolution of of the lives we touch and seeing the difference we make in the real world. It's funny because if somebody would have acquired insurance from me 30 or 40 years ago, it was sort of like the standing joke. None of my clients ever died. They just kind of lived forever. Now that I'm 100 years old, some of those clients are dying, and I'm getting the chance, the privilege, to show up when they depart and to be able to help those families and those businesses continue. So I feel great about what we do.
You've had tremendous success in this profession. If you could go back 50 years and give yourself some advice, what would it be?
You know, it's funny. The person I worked for 50 plus years ago was a guy named Barry Kay. He was an icon figure in our profession. And the very first thing he said to me about the second week I was there, he said, you know, I chose you because I thought you had some potential. But he said, I have a request. And he said, I need you to spare me your genius until you really learn what we're all about. And I thought about that through the years, and I realized how critical it was to stay humble in this business and just allow yourself the grace of becoming a great listener. Because I think that's what most clients want, right? They want to know that you understand them, that you care about them, that they matter. And so his advice of spare me his genius while I could learn what we're doing for a living was really helpful to me.
When you think about your advocacy organization and the opportunity to network at events that Fonseca puts on, why is that important to you?
For me, one of the great joys I have is the people, men and women, I've learned to meet and fall in love with as friends and colleagues from almost every aspect of our profession, whether they're people in career shop carriers like New York Life or Northwestern Mutual, Mass Mutual, whether they're people in producer groups like NFP and others that are out there, the Lion Street, M Group, or whether they're people that are independent in their practices. What I've learned is the joy we get getting to know each other, working cross lines, and probably my best friends in the world today are in and from this profession. And none of us ever feel like we're competing with one another. We all just enjoy the heck out of each other's company. I've learned so much from all of the others, men and women, who do what we do every day for a living. So for me, the joy is being around people of like mind, like values, who care first and foremost about the service we provide. And then being with intellectual giants, people who will challenge me and others to think bigger, think better, think smarter. And so for me, the joy of all of that is learning every single day there's something fun to do.
If you could pitch somebody on becoming a member of Fonseca, what would you tell them to get them to join?
Maybe that's the most important question you just asked me, because none of us who have a privilege of being in this profession should believe that we just get to come along for a free ride. If we're really called to service, if we really believe we're called to service, if we trust what that journey looks like, then we need to engage in what some of our original groups that have now merged in what is today's Fonseca. Those groups were built on the back of people who contributed, people who gave their life up for service to others. And so for us, I don't think you can be in our profession without engaging with the other colleagues, men and women from whatever group you came from to get here, without taking a role that says every single voice matters. And our voices do matter. I have built friendships with our elected officials over the last 25 or 30 years. I've had many of them as clients. More importantly, I've had them as dear friends. And I believe we get a seat at the table if we engage, if we support them, and we're active in our support of them. I think it matters to realize that one voice at a table in an office or wherever you're going to meet these folks at their fundraising events, one voice who's trusted, one voice who's treasured and believed can make all the difference in the world when it comes to public policy. These folks in elected positions need to know what their constituents really seek, and we're the ones closest to the scene of the crime. We're the ones there with these folks every day.